I'm going to show you exactly how to scale your agency using paid ads. And this is after the Meta Andromeda update. Literally everything from finding ads, making the best offers, writing ad copy, how to structure the campaign and funnel, and actually optimizing and split testing the campaign. So literally after watching this, you'll have everything you need to go and launch paid ads for your agency to scale it and hit some pretty crazy numbers. If you want this Myra board, just DM me. Now, first up is finding killer ads. Now, the reason we do this is because you don't want to reinvent the wheel. Just like what you do for your clients with service delivery, you don't go and run some brand new ad that's never been run, especially when you're more in the beginning stages, right? You're not doing 100K a month. You haven't ran ads before, right? You know that these ads are already working. So instead of going and trying to reinvent the wheel, we go and just look at what people are already doing, which I'm sure you know about the Facebook ad library. Basically, what we're going to do though is have a document. I just call this B2B winning ad doc. And we're just going to put, basically, it's going to be a library of all the winning ads in our niche. So the way we go and do this is you open the Facebook ad library, which I have right here. You're just going to look up more like terms that people in your niche should be advertising. So as an example, more plumbing jobs, more roofing jobs, more listings, more ceramic coatings. So what we're going to do is go on the Facebook ad library. We're going to go all ads and we're going to do more roofing jobs. Because in this case, we're just say, as an example, we're a marketing agency that works with roofers. Once you do that, you're going to filter by ads that have been running for 3 weeks or longer. And a lot of this stuff as well, I get from other people in the space as well. It's kind of a mix of each. So I'm not inventing any of this stuff, by the way. So let's say 3 weeks or longer. You don't even need to do 3 weeks. It can be 2 weeks or even a week typically. Because if someone's running an ad for more than like a week or two, unless they're a terrible media buyer, the ad's probably doing well. Basically what we're doing though is we're just looking for B2B ads. So like these right here, these are targeting homeowners, right? So we don't want these. We're looking for ads that marketing agencies are running towards roofers. So right here, attention roofers, tired of paying for leads that never close. So what we're going to do is literally go and we're just making a library right now. So these aren't the exact ads we're going to run, but you go and just make a library and go and copy these ads. And if these are your ads, then good, because they're catching my eye, but also I apologize. But these are just ads in the Facebook ad library. Stop chasing leads. Like, yeah, that's a decent one. I kind of like this ad. I don't love the ad copy on that one. But basically what you do is we're just making a library of these winning ads. And also whenever you need to test more ads for your niche, you just go and have a ton. You just go to this ad library or this library you already have, and you just literally have everything. So go like take the ads that catch your eye, and we're just going to have a library. So whenever you need new ads, you have a ton of proven ads to choose from. Also ad copy as well. So, and I'm going to show you, this is going to help us to writing ad copy for generating ads using AI. But we're just getting, you want to get a handful of ads. Spend like 30 minutes, go get a bunch of ads that look good, and then just go add those to your library. So like these, I don't love these. Right, a lot of these ads just suck. We'll start with image ads as well. And I would say if you haven't ran ads before, just simply just get some image ads and launch those, right? So you don't need to do like fancy video ads, especially when you're starting out. That's more when you're scaling it up. But you see there's not a ton of amazing ones here. But you basically just keep looking, and here's one more right there. I don't know what that's for. But you see what I mean? You just literally go through here and you're just finding these top performing ads. This one here, like even though it's Google Maps, you can tweak it, but I kind of like the style of that one. And this is basically what we're doing is we're just getting these ads. So now you kind of have an idea. You have this ad library and you're building up all of these winning ads. Let me make this less thick as well. So you find ads that catch your eye, copy the creative and ad copy, and have this document where this is just your master ad doc. And you just see after spending 20 minutes on this is going to be like a 20-page doc, and you're never going to have to wonder what ads to run again. So once we have these winning ads, that's the first part, is not reinventing the wheel. And of course in there you can do some new ads, but I would say 90% of your ads in the start should be proven ads that are already working. And then 10% of your ads can be new ideas, right? Especially if you're not spending a ton of money per day. 90% at the minimum should be proven ads. 10% you can go test out new ideas that you find. Another good way to do it though is look at like other niches and like cross-reference. It doesn't need all be stuff from your specific niche. Like as an example right here, this one is like Google Maps. If you do Facebook ads, it's still a pretty decent idea though. Like it's an interesting concept. You can apply that to your specific offer in your case, which I'm going to show you. After we do that, we're gonna need to make an offer for ads. You should already have a good offer, but the best ones are either leads, appointments, or clients or jobs. So like pay per lead, $0 setup fee, pay per lead with a setup fee. We guarantee you X leads and time frame, pay per appointment. Just having one of these offers right here, the more you go down, the better your guarantee is. So if you're guaranteeing appointments, it's better than leads. But if you're guaranteeing clients or jobs, that's always going to be the best one because that's actually what they want. So you can do something like, hey, we'll guarantee you 5 jobs in 30 days, or you don't pay, or you work for free until you do. And there's just different ways you can kind of frame it on your ad, but you just want to make sure you have a really solid offer. And this is just a foundation, a fundamental for any agency is actually having the offer itself. Now, what we can also do, what I'm going to show you is we're going to go to ChatGPT and take these winning images and we're going to go make some new images based on what we have. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and we're going to open a new chat. And I just have the paid version. You don't need the paid version for this. Basically, what we're going to do though is, let's say we like this ad right here. We're going to screenshot this one and say, we're going to paste this right here. And we're going to just basically say what we want for this one. So we're going to say 100 booked jobs, 0 risk. Take this ad and make me a new one with my 3 to 5 job guarantee, 3 to 5 job per month guarantee for guarantee for roofers. And we're just going to let ChatGPT cook. So we're just going to, usually it takes a couple minutes, but it's going to create the image. And AI has gotten so much better at this that it can just go pump out crazy good ads for you. And sometimes you have to like iterate it as well and give it feedback, which usually you have to, but we'll see what it comes up with. But now that we are actually making the ads, we have a really good offer. And again, ideally you want to do something down here with with guaranteeing jobs or clients. After that, we need to actually go and write the ad copy. So you want to take full advantage of AI for this, just like I'm using ChatGPT. The best AIs are ChatGPT, Claude, and also Manus. I got Manus from Cameron, England. That's where I found out about Manus from. But they're all good. The best thing about Manus is it's all credit based, meaning it's not just based on efficiency. It's actually going to give you the best answers possible because it takes a lot longer. It's not trying to give you answers and feedback as quick as possible, unlike ChatGPT and Claude, because there's unlimited usage. I've actually found Claude works really well for writing copy, for like social media, writing scripts and writing stuff like that. But again, like ChatGPT, they all do work. So what you want to do though is you need to give these platforms, these AI tools, context. So you're going to go in it. And let's see, it's almost done with it, but you're going to have our proven ad copy from here. And we're going to go paste this in here to give it context of like what to emulate. And then I'm going to show you the actual prompt that we can go and use for this. So we're going to go over here and we're going to use this template right here that you can use. So it's basically, hey, you're a Facebook or Instagram ad copywriting expert who spent $100,000 over on paid ads specifically for marketing agencies. And we're going to fill all this stuff in with our specific niche. So core pain points, offer, unique mechanism, social proof, call to action, all that. And it's going to give us 5 high converting variations based on the example copies that are already proven from our niche. So we're going to go right here. We're going to go paste this bad boy in and we're going to fill it out. So let's do it right here. So niche, let's say we do roofers doing 4 more jobs per month, or core pain points. Let's just use the example ones right here. And look at this right here. And then obviously we take out the logo in the top, but it takes the exact thing and then gives us crazy looking ads. It's as simple as that. So we have the killer ads with that. Now, get the pain points to inconsistent leads, show up rate, bad lead quality, previous agencies, burn them. Those are all common pain points, but if you have any others, you can use those as well. So my offer, let's say we help roofers that have 3 to 5 jobs a month or you don't pay a dime. Unique mechanism is what makes you different. So let's say we use a AI homeowner funnel as an example, right? Using AI can be good. You don't want to overuse it, but you don't want to say, hey, we run Facebook ads for roofers, for realtors. They've all heard that before. They've probably gotten burned by Facebook ad companies in the past. So we just want to make it seem like a unique mechanism. After that, add in any results you have. We helped John from New York add 5 jobs in his first 26 days, and Colin from Maryland add 50K in profit in 4 months, as an example. Put in your case study, see if you have them. You don't need them in there though, but it's going to obviously help your ad be better. Call to action, say fill out the form to see if you qualify. Now here's the structure for the ad. And you can replace any of this if you want, but platform, Facebook, Instagram, reading level, 5th grade. You want to keep it super, super simple. Give me 5 high converting variations. And then here's examples of winning ad copy from a niche to emulate and take inspiration from. Boom, we're going to paste that bad boy in there, and it should cook us up some pretty decent ad copy. Now, a lot of times you're going to have to give ChatGPT feedback and stuff on how to do it though. So the main thing I'm looking at is a hook. Roofers, 3 to 5 extra jobs per month without gambling on another lead gen company. Most agencies hand you leads who don't answer, aren't the homeowner, forget they're even filled out a form. This is really good. You want to start with pain. You want to basically a roofer to read this and be like, wow, this guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. Unique mechanism, proof. Like, these are all really solid copies right here. I would say add some emojis to make it a bit more engaging, but not too many. Right? You just give it feedback. Like, this looks like some pretty solid ad copy right here. It's a little more engaging now, but I do like these are really good ad copies right here. Obviously, it can be better. I would go and refine this a bit more. Don't just whip it up in a minute, but it gives you a pretty solid baseline. And then you have your ad copy right there. So once you have that, and again, literally all using ChatGPT, you can even just do a free trial and paid version, but you don't even need that for this. Basically, once you do that, I'm going to show you how to actually structure the campaign once you have your ads and ad copy. And again, if you want this whole Miro board, have any questions on this, just shoot me a DM on Instagram at noah.helped, or it's in the description. Now, I would say if you've never ran ads before, you just start with image ads plus lead forms. Now, if you're spending, I would say under $50 a day, then you should, I think I have this down here, which we'll actually go over down there. But basically, rule of thumb, and don't take this isn't like gospel, but typically easily, like as an easy kind of rule of thumb, for every $5 in ad spend, you should test 1 ad, especially with Andromeda, meaning that the more creatives, Facebook likes more creatives. Now, it's not going to apply a ton to us, people spending less than a couple $100 a day, but you can get away with testing more creatives now. But as an example, every $5 in ad spend, test about 1 ad. So if you have $25 per day in ad spend, that's 5 ads to test. Obviously, 25 divided by 5 is 5. So our structure simply is you have 1 campaign, 1 ad set with broad targeting. So this is the ad set. If you don't understand the difference between the ad or the campaign and the ad set, basically the campaign holds ad sets. The ad set is like within a campaign, but just use this structure, especially if you're starting out. 1 campaign, 1 ad set with broad targeting. You see, we're not doing interest, not doing any of that. You can just target the US, so target people in the States, whatever country you're targeting. And you can also target like ages or demographics as well if you want. If you want to target people over the age of 25 or under the age of 50, you can do that as well. But otherwise, leave it broad, because especially now with the Andromeda update, which what that means is, or that's a new update by Facebook, but basically the creatives do the targeting. So what that means is your creative, your ads are going to be the ones doing the targeting. So right here, we want to make sure this is calling out who our ad is for, and it's pretty clear. So like we're calling out roofers, 3 to 5 jobs per month guaranteed, and that would be one angle of the ad there. Now obviously we're calling out roofers, but you don't want to just say 3 to 5 jobs per month guaranteed and not call out like roofers or anything at all, or not have anything relevant to roofers. Like if there was someone reading a book on the cover, Facebook wouldn't know who to give it to. Now, maybe it would. Like, I'm not a 100% Facebook Andromeda expert, but you just want to make sure your ads are clear, but also diverse. You want to have different angles. So you don't want to have 2 ads where one is like roofers 3 to 5 jobs per month guaranteed, and one is like roofers 4 to 5 jobs per month guaranteed, right? Try to test different angles and different copy, also different images as well, because otherwise Facebook's going to be like, okay, this is basically the same ad. They're not giving us variation to work with, right? You just want to give Facebook a good amount of variation. So we're testing, let's say 5 different ads, just throw it in this one ad set. And the only difference in the ad creative in all of them, or is the ad creative in all of them. So the only difference is the video or the image. You don't need to split test different copy, different headlines, different primary text right now. Just use one of the ad copies that we got from right here, one of the proven ones that we got, and just use that, pair that with all the ads, because the only variable we want to isolate right now is the actual ad. That's the highest leverage thing we can do, is finding the winning creative. Now, after that, you're going to either send them to a Facebook lead form or a landing page. I would say use a Facebook lead form if you're spending less than $50 per day. If you're spending over $50 a day, I would go landing page, just because landing pages, you're going to get a lot higher lead quality, but you're going to get less leads. Facebook lead forms, definitely better for beginners. You're going to get more leads, but the quality is going to be a bit lower. Now, as an example, here's some good landing pages I found just on the Facebook ad library. Again, if these are yours, I apologize, but I think your landing pages are good. So just something super simple like this. You see, you just want to make sure the form is above the fold, and that's literally all you do. And these aren't B2B, so these are for like a roofing company targeting homeowners, but it's like, see like examples of some ones that are winning, so you kind of have an idea. The biggest thing though is you have the form above the fold. You can have some testimonials as well, but you want to keep it super simple. Have a call out at the top as well, and then a headline. I'll just kind of show you one or two more. Right, super simple stuff like this, right? Headline, call out, form. It's that simple. That's basically what a landing page looks like. You just go and make that in Go High Level. Now, I always like to start with one qualifying question. You can start with more, but I always like to start with minimal friction, add qualifying questions as we go once we want higher lead quality and are getting a pretty low cost per lead. So here's some examples of qualifying questions. I would start with, hey, are you an established roofer? Are you an established real estate agent? If they say yes, then awesome, continue. If they say no, then we just disqualify them right there on the spot. As you add questions, you can ask, hey, how many jobs do you average each month? What's your monthly marketing budget? What's your area? What area do you serve? And you can just ask them more and more questions. But to start with 1 or 2 questions max. You can always go ahead and add more. That's basically finding the ads, the ad copy, writing ad copy, making the ads, and the whole campaign structure in Facebook. And that's literally all you do. I hope you guys are getting value from this so far. Now, the last part a lot of people have questions on is actually optimizing and split testing these. Like, how do we optimize it after 2 weeks? Once we find an ad that's winning, what do we go ahead and do? So basically, here's the split testing formula. Find your target cost per lead. If you're unsure, usually it's around 10 to 25. Usually B2B is a bit higher. This was referencing when you're targeting B2C, meaning for your clients, but usually I would expect to be around 15 to 20-ish dollars. You can get a lot lower than that. It just depends on the industry. So let each individual ad spend 1.5 to 2 times your target cost per lead. So let's say your target cost per lead, let me write this out. Your, say, target, look at this amazing handwriting. Target cost per lead is, let's say, $20. So you want to let each ad spend 2 times this, 1.5 to 2x, let's just say 2x, which is $40. So you want each individual ad to spend minimum $40 each before you make any cuts. Right? So if this ad only spent $20, hasn't got any leads, you still want to let it run a bit till it spends 40. So that's basically the rule of thumb, is let it spend 2 times the target cost per lead. Now, once your ad spends this, here's the following scenarios that's going to happen. Number 1, the ad has leads and is within the target cost per lead. Obviously, then we're just going to keep it running and monitor it, right? You don't need to go and do a bunch of stuff. A lot of people ask me, hey, Noah, when my ad's winning, do I go and make a bunch of variations of it? If you're spending like less than a couple hundred or less than $100 a day, like, no, you just let it run. Let Facebook do its thing, right? There's no reason to go and tweak anything if it's working. So obviously, if it's within KPI, once it spends this, you just keep letting it spend and just keep monitoring it every couple days. Scenario 2 is the ad has like 1 lead and is a little above your target cost per lead. In that case, there is some proof of concept it got a lead. I would give it like a 1 to 3 more days to then let it run. If it doesn't have any more leads, cut it. If it gets another lead and it's within KPI, then boom, we're in this scenario right here. We just give it 2 to 3 more days and just make sure to monitor it, make sure it's staying within KPI. Scenario 3 is ad has 0 leads and is above your and is 1.5 to 2x above your target cost per lead. Simply, you just cut the ad. So what this looks like is all you do. Let's say this ad is doing well. This was within KPI. So is this one. This one, say they're on the fritz, but let's say ad 2 is over the target cost per lead. Let's say it spent $40 and 0 leads. All you're simply gonna do, you don't need to cut anything up here. Just pause this ad right here. And what Facebook's going to do is it's going to stop giving budget to this ad and it's going to pump more into these other ones that are winning. So that's literally all you have to do is just simply pause the ads that aren't performing the best. Let Facebook allocate the majority of the budget, the rest of the budget, to these better performing ads. Now, after about 1 to 2 weeks, you should have an idea, or you should have pretty much your winning ads. You should have a pretty good idea. Simply all you have to do, you don't need to be in the ads manager 5 hours a day, right? That's a mistake some people make, and I made in the beginning. Is I remember I would be in the ads manager like stressing over this. Oh, I need to check the cost per lead, the click-through rate, the CPM, all this sort of stuff. Like, no, that's like the virgin media buyer. If you see the meme, it's like the guy who's in there every single day checking everything, looking at CPMs, all this stuff, versus the Chad. Hey, just let it run, check it every 2 to 3 days. Like, that's really all you need to do. But here's the scenarios: the cost per lead goes up a bit. Don't worry right away. Give it a couple more days to re-optimize. And you should be tracking all your clients' data weekly as well, so you can kind of see trends. Where maybe 1 week the cost per lead goes up and then it goes back down to average. Then that's fine. It's just kind of an off week. But if you find it trends up over time, then you're like, okay, something needs to change. But you only know that by tracking. And again, tracking is like the most important thing you can do, especially at the stage where you're scaling to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K months, and obviously beyond that. Now, if the cost per lead skyrockets, what you can do simply is just duplicate the campaign as a whole. I know one of the guys I'm helping out, he had a cost per lead. It was like 20, it started at $10 and then it went up to like 20 or $25, even though the ad was doing really well before. All I simply told him is, dude, don't worry about it. Just go and duplicate the campaign itself. Or what that would look like is you just take this campaign with all these ads in here, and you just duplicate this entire thing. So it's going to take all this with it as well, but you literally just duplicate this, you pause this one, and then you start running the new campaign. And he did that, and then all of a sudden it just went back down to KPI right away. And he was shocked, but that's literally all you have to do sometimes. If it's done well before, it shoots up for a week or two, literally just go and duplicate it. If after that it doesn't work, then you need to go retest creatives and stuff like that. But that's simply, that works a lot of the time, especially if you're not spending a ton of money on ads. But to recap again, we went through finding the best ads. Don't reinvent the wheel, just use Facebook ad library. Make a document like this with all the winning ads. From there, here's the best ad offers. Just make sure you have a proven offer. You shouldn't spend more than 5 minutes on this though. From there, we write the ad copy. You literally use this prompt right here and ChatGPT. And again, you guys can go copy and paste this. It's in the Miro board. Again, you just DM me and I'll send it over to you for free. Just how to structure the campaign. Simply just do CBO, throw them in one ad set, broad targeting. Let the creatives do the targeting. Lastly, how to actually optimize split test it. First, find your target cost per lead and then let it spend, say, 2 times your target cost per lead to keep things simple. That's basically what you need to do, and then you just keep rinsing and repeating this. But you're never gonna be perfect at it. Even me, I'm always learning, getting a bunch of value from other guys in the space as well. But this is basically a foundation. You're gonna be better than 99% of media buyers if you can do this. And this applies to your clients as well. It's pretty similar foundations and principles. But I hope you got value from this. Again, if you have any questions, want this Miro board, shoot me a message on Instagram. I always love to connect with you guys. Other than that, though, I really do hope you got value. Comment below any other video ideas you want to see or your thoughts on this video. And if you want to learn as well, running these ads specifically for clients, I did a full masterclass about 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is a video right here on the screen. I would recommend you go check that out because you're going to also see we do a Q&A in there as well where I help some other agency owners out with this exact process. So I'll see you there.